Let me show you how to set up AMP on your WordPress website in this video. So I'll recommend two different plugins for setting up AMP. The first one is the official AMP plugin for WordPress. This is the plugin. Obviously, links will be in the description. And this one is perfect for content-only sites. So if you have a business website, but not much content, or if you have a personal blog, then this is fine. The second plugin that I would recommend is a different plugin, which is this one, AMP for WP, developed by a third party. And the website is also ampforwp.com. This is the website. We'll look at this plugin in a lot more detail as we progress through the video. And this plugin is more suitable for feature-rich sites, for example, e-commerce websites, features, or WordPress websites with a lot of plugins and different kind of email boxes, or any functionality that usually is not possible with AMP. And it's a fantastic plugin. And based on this distinction, if you already know which plugin you're going to use, then just use the timestamps on this video to jump to the respective section. Otherwise, we'll start with the first plugin first. So let's install the plugin, and I'll show you how to set it up on your website. So inside my website, I just headed into the plugins, the add new section, and I search for AMP. And coincidentally, the two plugins that we recommend are the ones that come up in the search results. The first one is the official plugin, and the second one is the plugin that we're talking about, developed by a third party. So first we'll install the first plugin, or the official plugin, and let's get started with that. So once the plugin is installed, you'll see a notice like this, and the recommendation would be to open the onboarding wizard, which I also recommend. But I want to show you the settings of the plugin first. So let's head into AMP and settings. So this is how the settings page will look like, and the onboarding wizard, which was recommended, we can also open up using this option. But there are a couple of settings that I want to discuss first. First, inside the advanced settings, I would recommend that you enable this option, which is redirect mobile visitors to AMP, because AMP is for mobile or specifically designed just for mobile. And inside the supported templates, I would recommend that you disable this option, which says serve all templates as AMP. Now, why do I recommend this? Because now you'll have the option of enabling or disabling AMP on certain pages and posts. And you can also enable it using these options. So you can set up AMP, or you have the option of enabling AMP only on specific sections of the website, which gives you more control than just serving all templates as AMP. If you intend to serve all the pages on your website with AMP, just leave it enabled. Jumping back to the top section. So as you can see here, there are three different options or template modes to choose from: the standard, the transitional, and the reader. And you can read all about them by just clicking the drop-down menu, and you'll have the description of what the specific mode or template mode actually does and how it affects your website. For the best results, we recommend that you use the transitional template mode. Now, the transitional mode means that you'll have different version of your website for desktop and for mobile phones. The desktop version of the website will remain exactly the same, and you'll have a separate version created just for mobile devices, which will be AMP compatible. And depending on the kind of theme you use, you might have a different layout or appeal or look for the AMP version of your website, because it uses your existing theme to create the AMP version. And as I said, depending on the theme, the layout might change. But if you're using the Astra theme, which we also recommend and also we make, and I'm also using Astra on this particular website that you're looking at, then the layout of your mobile website will not change, because Astra is completely compatible with the transitional template mode and also the standard template mode, which you can read or look at right here. And you'll also see the recommended tag, which just means the theme is completely compatible. So that is the reason transitional option is the best one in our opinion. So let's start with the setup wizard, because it will help you configure some of the basic settings. Let's open the setup wizard first. So this is the first step, or just the welcome step. Let's click the next button to head over to the next step. In the step, you can choose your technical background. And I'm going to assume that you're not technically savvy and you don't have access to developers who can create complete AMP version of your website from scratch. So I'd recommend that you choose this option unless you are really technically savvy or you have access to a developer team. Let's click the next button. In the next page, we'll select the template mode, and I've already explained why I recommend the transitional mode. So we'll just select it once again and head to the next option. On this page, we'll review all the settings that we just configured, and it's important to read through this so that you can learn or understand how the transition will take place. So let me read some important paragraphs. In transitional mode, your site will have a non-AMP and an AMP version, which I already talked about, and both will use the same theme, which I also mentioned. If automatic mobile redirection is enabled, which we enabled, the AMP version of the content will be served on mobile devices, which I mentioned. If AMP to AMP linking is enabled, once users are on an AMP page, they will continue navigating your AMP content, which means once a user lands on one page that is AMP and they navigate to other links to your website, then they will also be in AMP mode, which is enabled in this plugin by default. So the setup is complete. Let's hit the next button. All right, the setup is now complete, and you can also test out or see a quick demo of the homepage of your website in AMP version, which looks good to me, and it kind of looks like the page that we already saw in the beginning of the video. So that's a good sign. So let's finish the setup and we'll check out some essential settings. So the setup process is complete, and I've opened up a post on my website because I wanted to show off the setting that I mentioned earlier, which is where we selected that we don't want to redirect all the pages on our website to AMP, and we can select. And if you remember the singular options, I left it enabled. And if you use the same settings and you're trying to enable AMP on one of the options that you did not select, then you'll find the option under post, status and visibility. And as you can see, enable AMP is selected because this is a post and we left the singulars option open. So let's update this post. I'll copy the URL of the post and we'll check out if the AMP version is compatible and successful in the Google's AMP testing tool. So I opened up Google's AMP testing tool, I submitted the URL for testing, and this is the warning I received that I submitted a non-AMP URL, which is perfectly fine because this is a non-AMP URL. But Google also detected that the URL we submitted has an AMP URL attached to it, which is this one. So let's see the linked AMP version results in which Google will test the actual AMP page on the website. So as you can see, it's a valid AMP page with a complete, I would say, a sign of approval from Google, if that's what it's like. And let's also preview the results so we can see how the page will look like to an audience when they're trying to visit the page from mobile phones. Let's use this feature. So this is how the page will look like in the search results with the AMP sign. And we can also open up the page and see how it will appear. So this is how the AMP version of the page will look like, and just looking at it, it looks almost exactly the same as the regular version of a page, which is perfect because users won't be able to differentiate between the regular version of your website and the AMP version of your website, which is a good thing. And looking at the blog post itself, we can also see, or you can also make out that it almost looks the same, or I would say exactly looks the same as you can see right here. The page looks exactly the same. And we can also test the feature or test AMP out on this particular page as well. You have this option which is included by the plugin. You just have to click this and we can see the AMP version of the page on desktop view as well. And the highlighted icon here just lets you know that you're viewing the AMP version of the page. And as you can see right here, it looks perfect or exactly the same as the non-AMP version, which makes sense because as you already saw it, the page here also looks exactly like the non-AMP version. So that's all about using this official AMP plugin for WordPress. Let's talk about the second plugin. Alright, so after setting up AMP on a simple WordPress website with the official plugin, it's time now to test out the second plugin that I mentioned, AMP for WP. And this plugin, as I mentioned, is a more feature-rich plugin because it includes a lot of support for different plugins and other features that you would usually expect in a normal regular website. Just for example, they have useful extensions to extend AMP features like AMP AdSense support, Contact Form 7 support, email opt-in support, call to action support, and a bunch of other support for different plugins and different features that they provide with their plugin. So let's check out their website and I'll talk about the plugin just a bit before we start implementing the plugin on our website. So this is the official website for AMP for WP, and the website URL is amp4wp.com. Links will be in the description if you want to check it out. Just looking at some numbers, they have 9 million downloads. That's amazing. 180K users and 92% user happiness, which is pretty good. And the most important part is that it's trusted and recommended by some huge brands around the world. Just look at the brand list: Huffington Post, Deloitte, Marriott, Asus, JCPenney, Yamaha, Shout Me Loud, CodeWP, iThemes, and a bunch of other customers that use their plugin. So it's an amazing plugin just looking at the customer list. And the most important part is that it's suitable for a lot of complex websites which require a lot of features and functionality. So this plugin also provides these functionalities by providing extensions. Just as you have plugins for WordPress, this WordPress plugin has its own extensions which you can use to extend the functionality for specific use cases. Let's look at it. So this is the extensions page, and this is where all the power for this specific plugin comes out. So let's look at all the extensions that this plugin has. It has advanced ads, Elementor and Divi support, caching support, WooCommerce support, layout support, Contact Form 7 support, CCPA, that means some regulations for California, which was recently passed, and membership site support using Membership Pro, Lucky WP, table of contents support, Ninja Forms, and paid memberships pro, recipe compatibility, subdomain endpoints, conversion goals tracking for AMP, and a bunch of different types of extensions. And you can just look at this extension. I'm just talking on top, and there are so many extensions. So this is where the power of the plugin comes into play. These features are usually not available with regular AMP websites, and even the official plugin doesn't support all these different features. So what you can do is use this plugin and have so many different push notifications, maybe translations and forms and all these kinds of extensions, and have that functionality on your AMP version of your website, which is not possible with the official version. Now, there is a catch to all of this. All these extensions are not free. The basic plugin is definitely free, but if you want to have any extensions on your website, it's going to cost you some money. Let me show you an example. Let's say you want to have WooCommerce support to your AMP website. So the WooCommerce extension alone is $89.99, but after a discount, it's for $79.99 for 1 year and support. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. $80 for a plugin for a year is definitely expensive. It's not cheap. And when you consider that if you have WooCommerce, you'll need probably contact forms, you'll need at least 5 to 6 plugins on a decent website to have any kind of functionality that you would expect in a regular WordPress website. And that means a few $100s in just plugin fees. That's not cheap at all. I'm going to agree with this. But there is a way to reduce this cost significantly. Now, as I mentioned, you will not just need one plugin or one kind of feature on your website. You'll need 5 or 6. And if you're already spending or you are thinking of spending a couple of $100s just for plugins, you might as well just go and buy their membership plan. Let me open up the membership options. So this is the page for the membership plan, which is an all-access membership plan. And as they say, less than $10 per extension and themes on average. So with the membership plan, you'll just pay a collective fee per year and you'll get access to all the extensions and themes that they support and create. And the cost is just less than $10 per extension. So let's look at the price of the membership for a second. And the price, definitely it's not cheap. It's $149 a year. But compared to the price of getting extensions separately, it's definitely cheaper because, as I said, just the WooCommerce extension was $70, $80, and the other extensions are around $30 and above. So if you even spend maybe money on 3 extensions, you are definitely going to spend more than $149 on their site. So it's better that you just take the membership plan and get all the themes and extensions for a ridiculously low price. And if you're building multiple websites, maybe for clients, for yourself, or even if you're a freelancer and you do client work, then the pricing is much more affordable. So they have a multiple site plan, which includes 3 sites for just $199 a year. So the pricing becomes more and more affordable as you go up to a bigger site plan. For example, the Webmaster plan for 10 sites is just $249 a year, which means $24.90 per website per year, which is pretty affordable. And of course, the 25 site plan is just $299. And the agency plan for unlimited websites is just $499 a year. So if you're building hundreds of websites for clients, maybe even just 100 sites a year, then the price becomes just amazingly affordable. So definitely the personal plan is a bit expensive. And if you're a solopreneur, if you want just building a website for yourself, then this might be a steep price. But you have to look at the upsides. Let's say you did spend $149 a year on your website. Maybe you're running an e-commerce website. Don't you think that the AMP functionality with WooCommerce on your website will definitely yield more than $149 a year? I think so. And if you're running a business website and you have contact forms, you have caching support and all a bunch of features, then definitely I think you can generate revenue enough to justify the cost of this plugin. So that's enough theory about the plugin. Let's use the plugin on our website and test it out. But before we do that, there's one more thing I'd like to clarify, which is about themes. So I'm inside the themes section for AMP4WP's website, and the existence of the theme section tells us one simple thing, that the theme that you're going to have or you already have on your website is not compatible with this plugin, and you'll have to use one of the themes that they have developed with the membership plan. And you can also pay for separate themes just as you can do with plugins. Now, that's not the end of the world. Most of the themes that they've developed are pretty good, and they have a decent range of different kinds of themes. They have a newspaper type theme, magazine type themes, and other kinds of themes. And interestingly, they also have the AMP framework. So if you have developer access, you have some designers on your team, then you can use the AMP framework that they've developed to create a completely exact copy of your existing theme for AMP. But if you don't have access to designers, or you don't want to spend money on designers to design a custom theme using their framework, then you'll have to be satisfied with one of the themes that they provide, which look professionally built in my opinion. And you'll find the link to the docs of their AMP framework on the themes page as well. This is the link, and you can check it out and see if it's worthy or if it's worth the investment to create a custom theme for AMP4WP. With that information, let's start using the plugin on our website and check it out. So once again, the process is the same. Just head over to plugins, add new, and search for AMP. As you can see, I already have both plugins installed on my website, but I have both of them deactivated for now. But what you'll do is, instead of this plugin, which we started or installed in the first iteration or the first half of the video, you'll skip that and you'll install and activate this plugin. So I'm going to do that, and let's see what happens. So once the plugin is installed, you see these are 2 options. You'll have the option of setting up the basic for beginner setup or advanced setup for experts. I'll show you both the options, but I'll start with the basic one so that you can see what the options are for just the basic setup of your website. So let's start with the basic one. Okay, so these are the options inside the basic setup. You can change the website type. You can have the option of setting up your website as a blog, a news website, local business website, e-commerce website, or other website. Let's stick to the blog for now. Where do you need AMP? So this option can help you choose what pages you want AMP to be set up on. For example, you might need AMP only on a home page, only on a few pages of your website. So let's show you the options. So you have the option of setting up the home page as for AMP, for posts, pages, archives, and obviously custom posts will show up here as well. So let's say we want to set it up for posts and home page, and you want to use custom front page. No, that's okay. So the settings are saved. Analytics tracking. This is also a great feature of this AMP for WP plugin. So what you can do is just set up your Google Analytics by entering your tracking ID here, and then you can add the tracking type, or maybe you want some, which is useful for if you are not using Google Analytics, but different kinds of analytics services, for example, Segment, Quantum, Comscore. So you can add any kind of tags here just by using your tracking ID, which is pretty amazing because this is not available in the regular plugin as well. Also, privacy settings, you can choose cookie notice bar to be appearing on your pages, on your website, and also GDPR compliance. So both of these options are important for reasons you already know. So let's enable GDPR on our website. So the next two options are for setting up ads on your website and also for third-party compatibility with some plugins. So for the ads, if you click on the view setup, you'll see this kind of box where you can place some ad code. And you can also definitely use the plugin or the extension they have for ads, which I'll talk about when we look at the advanced setup. And let's go back to setup for now and look at the third-party compatibility options. So if you click here, you'll see you can select an SEO plugin, which is pretty important if you want to set up SEO on your website completely. And also you can use a forms plugin or enable the support for WP Forms, the plugin. And also recommended plugins are structured data, I mean schema, ads for WP, and PWA for WP. So if you enable the support for WP Forms in the third-party compatibility options, it will require that you install the paid plugin for WP Forms that the plugin company or WP AMP for WP has created. You'll be redirected or be taken to their website to purchase the plugin. But the recommended plugins here, structured data, ads, and PWA are actually free. So let me demo how it will work by using or enabling the structured data option. So once enabled, you can probably see the notice that it's appearing on, this will require a free plugin to be installed in your WordPress. So I'll just click OK, and the process will start, and it will install a free plugin on my website, which will enable the structured data support for AMP on my website. So let's wait till the process is complete, and then we'll get back to the setup process and also check out the advanced mode. All right, the plugin is installed, and you can configure the settings for the plugin by clicking this gear icon right here, which will take you to the plugins page, and you'll have some options to configure it. Let's move on to the advanced setup, and that's where the power of this plugin will come into play. So let's move on to advanced setup. And now we have a bunch of other options. First, we only saw setup, which is incomplete because we didn't set up analytics completely. So ignore this notice. Now we have settings, design, extensions, and obviously the pro version. So let's go to settings, and now we can have a bunch of different settings we can configure. So you can change the logo. You can resize the logo for AMP. You have AMP support for pages, posts, homepage, and custom front page, which we already configured in when we started it. But this is where the power of the plugin comes into play. As you can see, a bunch of different settings that you did not see in the official plugin for WordPress for AMP. Now you have settings for SEO, for page builders, for PWA, for performance, that means caching, analytics, structured data, notice bar, and a bunch of different options. So we've already established that if you want to use the AMP for WP plugin and you want to use the custom functionality or the enhanced functionality that the free version does not provide, then we have to purchase some pro plugins that we already discussed, or we also showed, or I demonstrated specifically on this video. But the plugin also provides some basic functionality for many of these features that we were looking at for free as well. For example, if you go into the SEO settings, then you don't need to purchase the pro extension to have just these settings configured. So you can have the meta description, you can enable open graph meta tags, you can also add some head tags, and you can also select the SEO plugin that you're using, and maybe some compatibility options will be improved in the backend of the plugin. You can also have some basic support for AMP for WP page builders. You can also enable PWA support. And for performance, you have some basic caching options. And obviously, if you purchase the premium options, you'll see a lot more options. The similar story is with analytics, which we already covered. You'll have a lot of different options, and these are available for free in the plugin. So structured data we also saw. We also saw the GDPR and the notifications, which was also present in the basic Outlook or the basic setup that we tried out. You also have support for push notification services, contact forms, and other plugins or options. Now, this is not true for all the different extensions or settings right here. For example, if you go into the e-commerce tab and you enable the support for WooCommerce, then it will prompt you to install the Pro extension. So there are no free settings that you can configure. You'll need to have the Pro extension. And obviously, if you want to use multiple plugins or multiple extensions for this plugin, then what you can do is just purchase the membership, which we already covered. Apart from all these settings, you also have a design option. So let's go into the design option. I'll open up the tab right here. And now you can see some design options. And obviously, as I mentioned, the theme that you're going to use with this plugin will be different from your actual theme. So you'll have to select either this free theme, which you can see right here, the Swift theme, or you have some pro themes as well. And you can see and check them out right here. You can view the themes by clicking on the link right here. Let me open up maybe this one, the Creator Service one. Let me open it up in a new tab. So this is how the theme will look like when you use this specific theme, the Creative Services theme on your website. And obviously this is designed with AMP in mind. So if you use this theme, the AMP version of your website will look like this. It definitely looks professionally designed and beautiful. Let's go back to design settings. So inside the design settings, we already covered themes, but there are a bunch of different options that you can configure as well. So you have some global settings, which means you can change the color scheme of the theme that you're going to use. So even if you use the free theme that we were talking about, the Swift theme, you still have control over the global color scheme, the hover scheme, and a lot of different options. So you have infinite scrolling, you have sidebar options, you have font icons and custom CSS. So it's not like your theme or your website will look like just every website that is using this plugin. You can still design the theme in a way that it matches the branding of your website. Again, you have options for choosing different kinds of headers, navigation menus, homepage options, single page or single page layout, and that means singulars on the website. You have featured image and options and footers, and obviously you can also configure some pages and a lot of different options. Let me show you the social sharing options and the date and time options. It means the format or how the data is displayed on your website, and some miscellaneous settings as well. And obviously we go into the extensions menu. That is where we've already covered, but this will just show you all the extensions in a single layout. So inside the extensions menu, you'll see support for all the extensions that you have support for with the AMP for WP plugin. So you have Shortcodes Ultimate, Recipe, Contact Form, Formidable Forms, bbPress, Easy Table of Contents, and a bunch of different options or a bunch of different extensions that you can use with your website with AMP. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but the extension that I demonstrated earlier, which was WooCommerce for AMP, was definitely priced a little bit on the higher end compared to all these plugins. So just for an example, Advanced Ads is priced at $29. Transport for AMP is just $19. Custom Post Types is for $19. And pricing usually ranges around $19 to upper end of $39. And the WooCommerce extension was definitely an exception. Again, I see one more plugin, AWP for AMP, which is used for affiliate websites, is also priced at around $80. But the rest of the plugins are reasonably priced in my opinion. So it's your call if you want to actually purchase individual plugins or if you want to take a membership plan. Definitely, I would say that the membership plan is much more value for money because you have so many different plugins to choose from. Otherwise, if you individually invest in this, I'm definitely sure that you'll spend at least more than $149 per year, which is the price of the membership. So in my opinion, the membership option is definitely worth it, and you should check it out and make a call based on your business goals and what you want to do with your website. Now that we've covered the extensions, let's actually enable the AMP support. Let's open up a page and see how the AMP performs on our website. So here's a page on my website. It's about avocado toast recipe. And this is the page, or this is how the page looks like from the backend. And this is how it will look like in the front end of the website to anybody who's visiting the website. It's a post, that way I see the comments and the other things that you see on the page. Now to test out the AMP version of the page, all you have to do is click this button right here, which will switch to the AMP version. Let me click it. And this is the AMP version of the website. Just re-emphasizing that the theme will look obviously different because I've mentioned multiple times that the AMP theme for your website with this plugin will be different than the regular theme. And this is how the page looks. It's using the basic theme that the plugin provides, and it looks decent. Obviously, you can customize the theme. You can change the font, the colors, and other details to match it more your branding style. Now, obviously, we can see the AMP version right here, but we can also check out the AMP compatibility in the Google AMP testing tool. So let's do that. So this is the AMP testing tool. Let me paste the URL here, and let's start the test. So the test is telling us that we submitted a non-AMP URL, but you can also see that it links to an AMP URL, which is this, and this is the original URL we submitted. So let's see the results for the linked AMP page that is configured by the plugin. And as you can see, it's a valid AMP page. It's eligible for AMP search features in Google search results, and we can also see the AMP HTML, and also we can preview the results. So let's try to do that. So inside the results preview, we can see how the AMP or how the AMP search result will look like when somebody searches or makes the search or your website appears in the search results for any keywords. So here's what you can see right here. You also see the AMP sign and the avocado toast recipe, which was the title of the page. And once we click through, we'll also be able to see how the page looks like on mobile devices, or the AMP version looks like on mobile devices. Now, as I mentioned, the page looks decent. It looks great. And obviously you have the options of changing the design and configuring the options, the colors, the fonts and everything to match the original theme of your website. So now you know how to set up AMP on your website in two different ways. The first one would be for content websites using the official WordPress plugin, and the second one that I just demonstrated for more complex websites. Let's take a few seconds to talk about the pros and cons of using AMP on your website. In the pros, I would say AMP leads to a faster website, and that has a bunch of benefits. You get to see better conversions, better engagement on your content, which is becoming more important day by day, and obviously other benefits of having a fast website. The second benefit would be better rankings for your website, which is, I would say, a sub point for the fast website, but rankings and SEO is one of the key things for driving traffic to your website. So I thought I should mention it in a separate point. The third advantage would be additional distribution by Google by placing your website in top stories, and also natural distribution in the mobile Chrome browser, and also some story-based content that Google naturally distributes. Rounding it up, you see a faster website, more traffic, better rankings, and more distribution by Google. Talking about the downsides or the cons, AMP does strip away some of the content of your website, and obviously you have limited design options, which we just talked about. And if you have some additional complex functionality on your website with some plugins using WordPress, you have limited support with these plugins on your website. Now, the most important con I would say is the limited compatibility with plugins. But if you use the AMP for WP plugin, which we just demonstrated, then you can have tons of different plugins on your website and have the same functionality for the desktop version as you will have in the AMP or the mobile version of your website. So it takes away the biggest con in my opinion, and you can have great looking websites, great functionality on your AMP website as well. And that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel for great new updates like this one. You're listening to Yuvraj from Brainstorm Force. I'll check you out in the next video. Till then, stay safe, take care.